Hey Blake, just how comfortable are you getting playing in Anthony Barr's spot in this defense? And then another side of that, just how different is it for you when you have to step into that nickel role too, playing every down?
Yeah, I would say I'm getting pretty comfortable. Learning from guys like Ek, Anthony, Nick. He's a vet in this league. Coach Adam Zimmer has done a great job with all of us in our room. So whenever the opportunity presents itself, I feel like everybody in the room is ready.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, hey Blake. The defense was generally solid there most of the second half until the last drive. What kind of happened in your estimation on the last drive with the breakdowns that enabled them to go down and win the game?
I think it was just tackling on our part, and we need to execute better. I think it's pretty simple. We just need to tackle, keep them in bounds, and execute the call better.
Yeah, were there any particular plays that you wish you could have back on that drive from your standpoint?
Um, it's hard to say from my standpoint, but from a team's standpoint, yeah, I think we could, rally to the ball better, keep them from going out of bounds, keep the clock running because they didn't have any timeouts. But really, ultimately, it just, it comes down to we need to execute.
And just how stunning was it when they get that touchdown and win on the last play?
Uh, it definitely wasn't a great feeling because we work all week, we work hard. So, it wasn't a great feeling, but, we have a short week this week, so we just got to get back to work.
We'll go Dave and then Courtney.
Blake, just wondering when did it become clear to you you'd probably be playing every down?
Um, probably game day, a couple hours before the game. Yeah, pretty much.
It's hard, I'm sure, to reflect in a loss, but is there any some sense of pride to be able to have kind of that first NFL performance where were every down player?
Um, ultimately, our job is to win the game, and we didn't do that. We didn't do a good enough job as players to win. So that's really just my main focus is just contributing however I can, to try to get a win.
Hey Blake, when your assignment as a defender is to be playing off coverage, like on those final few plays when you guys are rushing 3 and dropping 8, how do you approach that as a defender in trying to know where you're supposed to be and not having, a big play happen?
Yeah, so I think it's just different in every single situation. Time was running down; they didn't have any timeouts, so obviously we were trying to keep them in bounds, to keep the clock running. So that was our mindset. I think as players we just need to execute better and keep them in bounds. We missed a few tackles at the end of the game that really hurt us, so we just need to do better in that aspect.
And on that note, with like the 2-minute defense, just knowing that that's kind of been a problem area in both the first half and the end of the second half all season long. How do you go about it? Or like, what is it like on the field when you realize that that could be a do or die situation? Is it frantic? Is it more more frantic maybe with communication between the sidelines, substitutions, things like that? What is that like versus maybe other parts of the game?
Definitely, we try to put an emphasis on it because that's something that we need to work on. We've practiced it in practice, and I think ultimately we just need to, when it comes game time, we need to execute. We need to tackle. We need to do what we do in practice, and we just need to get it done.
Mark and then Chris.
Yeah. Hey Blake, just wanted to ask you about the 4th and 1 play. I mean, they're pretty deep in their own territory. Just take us through kind of your approach to that. What it was like as the play unfolded. You wound up sacking and getting the ball and giving the offense a chance.
Yeah, well, honestly, we coach called a perfect play call. I was blitzing off the edge to that side. I was unblocked, and I was just thankful that I made the play.
Blake, I know you've touched upon it, but just your first two. I know you guys didn't win, but your first two career sacks, and then you got that fumble recovery. I mean, you got to have some satisfaction in that, right?
It feels good to make some plays out there, but I'm not really like a big stat guy. I just want to win. That's the only thing that really matters to me, honestly.
Jeff?
Hi, Blake. I'm just curious. Have you ever had the trifecta before like that with that one play where you get the sack, you force the fumble, and you recover it? Have you ever had that before?
Not in the league, I haven't. That was definitely first in the league. College, I think I did it once, but not in the league.
And just what was that like? I mean, that's a huge moment in the game, and you give the ball back to the offense, and then give them a chance to drive down the field. That pretty big play there. How'd that feel?
It was a great feeling just to contribute to the team, and like I said, I'm not a big stat guy, but just to be able to get the ball back to the offense and increase our chances of winning, it was just a great feeling.